各位记者朋友，大家
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. First, I'd make an announcement. At the invitation of President Xi Jinping, His Majesty King Maha Vajiralongkorn of the Kingdom of Thailand will pay a state visit to China from November 13 to 17. Now the floor is open to questions.
谢谢发言人。人民日报记者提问：中方发布了
People's Daily. To follow up on His Majesty King Vajiralongkorn's state visit to China, could you share with us the arrangement? How does China view its relations with Thailand, and what does China expect to achieve through the visit? At the invitation of China, His Majesty King Vajiralongkorn of Thailand will pay a state visit to China from November 13th to 17th. President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang will meet with him. This is Thai King's first visit to China since the establishment of diplomatic ties. China is the first major country which His Majesty King will officially visit. This fully demonstrates the great importance that the two sides attach to bilateral relations. China and Thailand are close and neighborly neighbors and a community with a shared future. Under the strategic guidance of the two heads of state, bilateral relations have maintained robust development. The two countries, like one family, are as close as ever. This year marks the 50th anniversary of bilateral relations and the golden jubilee of China-Thailand friendship. Bilateral relations face new opportunities of development. Through the visit, China looks forward to carrying forward friendship, consolidating political mutual trust, achieve greater progress in the building of a China-Thailand community with a shared future, deliver more tangibly for the two peoples, and contribute to peace, stability, development, and prosperity in the region. Next one, please.
谢发言人，总台国广记者提问：今天是中国同
CRI today marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of China-Samoa diplomatic relations. What's China's comments of the bilateral relations, and what are China's expectations for future developments of the relationship? Samoa is China's good friend and a good partner in the Pacific Islands region. To mark the 50th anniversary, President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang exchanged congratulatory messages with Samoa's head of state and prime minister respectively. As President Xi Jinping pointed out, over the past 50 years since the establishment of bilateral relations, the two sides have always upheld mutual respect and equality and have firmly supported each other in safeguarding national independence and sovereignty. We've deepened political mutual trust, reaped fruitful results in cooperation, increased cultural and people-to-people exchanges, and delivered tangibly to the peoples. China attaches great importance to China-Samoa relations. As we mark the 50th anniversary, China stands ready to work with Samoa to carry forward the traditional friendship, deepen practical cooperation, and advance the comprehensive strategic partnership to better benefit the peoples. China and Pacific Islands countries began to establish diplomatic relations 50 years ago, marking a new chapter of friendly cooperation between the two sides. As we open a new historical chapter, China stands ready to continue working with the PICs to build an even closer China-PICs community with a shared future.
Beijing
Daily is reported that on November 3rd, the government of Japan announced the 2025 autumn conferment of declarations on foreign nationals. Receiving the order of the Rising Sun, Taiwan's representative in Japan, Heng Changting, said on social media that he will continue his contributions to the friendship between Taiwan and Japan. What's your comment? What's Japan up to by conferring orders on those who peddle Taiwan independence narratives? Is it an intentional move to embolden Taiwan independence forces? And what message is Japan going to send to separatist forces for that agenda? The Taiwan question is at the core of China's core interest and bears on the political foundation of bilateral ties and basic trust between the two countries. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese People's War for resistance against Japanese aggression, the World Anti-Fascist War, as well as the restoration of Taiwan. China urges Japan to take a hard look at the responsibility for the war crimes, abide by the One China principle and the guiding principles of the four political documents between the two countries, handle the Taiwan question with extra prudence, and stop sending wrong signals to separatist forces for Taiwan independence. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问。据报道，3号。
It's reported that defense ministers of the Philippines, Australia, Japan, and the US met together on November 3rd on the sidelines of the ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting Plus. They issued joint readouts reiterating their serious concern regarding China's destabilizing actions in the East and South China Seas and strong opposition to unilateral attempts to change the status quo by force or coercion, and reaffirming that the 2016 South China Sea Arbitral Award is legally binding. What's your comment? Certain countries have peddled false narratives on maritime issues and made groundless accusations against China. We strongly deplore and firmly oppose it. At present, the situation in the East China Sea and the South China Sea is generally stable. Relevant sides need to respect the efforts of regional countries to resolve maritime issues through dialogue and consultation and maintain regional peace and stability, and stop using maritime issues to sow discord and heighten tensions. The South China Sea arbitration is nothing but a political farce masqueraded as a legal process and aimed at destabilizing the South China Sea for selfish gains. The so-called award is illegal, null and void, and is not binding. China has never accepted or recognized it from the outset. The Asia-Pacific is a pit setter of cooperation and development, not a chessboard for geopolitical competition. Group politics and bloc confrontation will not bring peace and security, and is not conducive to the stability in the Asia-Pacific and the world as a whole. Next one, please.
Two questions from Reuters.
路透社关于台湾，美国国务院在周三表示，台北必须充分平等参与明年的 APEC 会议，中方对此有何评论？第二个问题，一位资深的斐济外交官会见了肖美一位台湾官员。斐济和中国正式建交，鉴于此，中方对此有何评论？
On your first question, China will actively fulfill its duty as the host of APEC in 2026 and ensure the smooth participation of all sides. On Chinese Taipei's participation in APEC, I've clearly stated China's stance.
你的第二个问题。
On your second question, China firmly opposes any form of official interactions between China's Taiwan region and countries having diplomatic ties with China. Fiji's relevant officials' visit to Taiwan severely violated Fiji's political commitment to the One China principle. China deplores that and has protested to Fiji. Taiwan's disgraceful moves will not succeed. Next one, please.
Thank you. Question from AFP.
法新社，据报道，特朗普问了习近平主席关于吉米赖的事情，当时是在韩国的会议上提出，中方对此有何评论？
Jimmy Lai is the principal mastermind and perpetrator behind the series of riots that shook Hong Kong. The central government firmly supports Hong Kong judicial authorities in performing their duties in accordance with the law. Hong Kong affairs are China's internal affairs and brook no external interference. Next one, please.
Any
other questions?
那好，今天的记者会到此。
That concludes today's press conference. Thank you for coming.